Hello friends, today we have a very special person with us, Saumya Singh, All India topper of AILET 2019. He not only topped the exam but with a huge margin. So many congratulations Saumya on achieving and securing first rank all over India. You did you cleared this exam with your 11th, 12th with your board. It was your first attempt. So what do you think and what do you would like to suggest aspirants that is it how possible it is and is it doable with 12th in very first attempt to clear AILET or Clat or Bangalore, Delhi? What do you think?
I think it is definitely doable, and all that is required is that one divides his time properly. Okay. Because you can't focus too much on boards,
right?
And you have to make time for boards at the same time. So time management is the key.
Okay, so time management is very important if you are preparing 12th as well as for Clat exam. So you have to divide your time smartly so that you can do both the things and you can achieve marks as well as you can clear it.
So basically what I did, usually what people do, they kind of leave the boards preparation till February and then focus only on boards.
Right.
I didn't do that since I believe that you can't leave Clat preparation. It's based on practice, and if there is a gap in your preparation, then it can really have an effect on your result.
So this is an advice and a takeaway from this this conversation that you should not discontinue your preparation. Keep in touch with your Clat preparation, be your board exam or January, February, March. आप उसमें लगे रहिए ताकि आपको उससे discontinuation नहीं हो. Okay, and what was your subject in 12th?
I had Humanities with maths.
Okay, so you think Humanities, because of Humanities, you were able to devote a lot of time for your Clat preparation. Was that so?
Basically, I don't agree with this. There is a general, you can say there is a perception that Humanities is very easy and we get a lot of time. We don't.
Right.
Because in Humanities also you have to get the concepts cleared.
Right.
Especially in economics, even in history we have conceptual parts.
Right.
It's not so easy.
Right.
But it definitely helps. If you are good at language,
right,
then if you can express yourself, then it helps in boards.
Right.
So, but you have to devote regular time.
Okay. So now come to the point that आप क्या सजेस्ट करेंगे जो क्लैट प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, एलेट प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, क्या आपकी सक्सेस का सीक्रेट है या क्या कैसे आपने प्रिपेयर किया, किन चीज़ों को ज़्यादा फोकस किया, इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में थोड़ा सा.
बेसिकली मेरी सबसे बड़ी स्ट्रेंथ जो मैं मानता हूँ वो कंसिस्टेंसी थी. मैंने जैसे जून 2017 में अपनी प्रिपरेशन चालू करी थी.
Right.
काफ़ी बार 11th में बच्चों के साथ ये होता है, दे बिलीव कि भाई अभी तो 11th ही है, वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम इन 12th ऑल्सो. आई फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट डे ऑफ माई प्रिपरेशन आई टुक Clat 2018 as my target.
Okay.
That's how I prepared even when I was in 11th. I prepared Clat 2018 was my Clat, and consistently I did even in 12th when, just like I said, when the boards were there. I didn't discontinue Clat preparation. That was my biggest strength, and that's what I'd suggest, that even if you have 11, 12, even if you're a dropper, do not slack even for a day, because the competition is very high. You have to give everything that you have.
So according to Saumya, key is consistency, regularity, discipline, sincerity and regularity. He never discontinued his preparation, and every day, as he said, कि एक दिन बहुत important है. और आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे, जैसे कि इंग्लिश में है तो इंग्लिश के लिए क्या करना चाहिए, मतलब अपार्ट फ्रॉम सब्जेक्ट वाइज?
सो इंग्लिश के लिए रेगुलरिटी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि जैसे दिस इंग्लिश इज नॉट लाइक द वन वी स्टडी फॉर बोर्ड्स. यहाँ पे कोई सिलेबस नहीं है. काफी डीपली क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, ग्रामर बेस्ड, वोकैब बेस्ड. तो मैं वोकैबुलरी रेगुलरली करता था. सबसे पहले I did the word power made easy book.
Okay.
And after that I used to look for word lists. Like online we can find a lot of them.
Right.
GRE word lists are very good. Regularly I used to do 10 words.
Okay.
Like I did it till I think even May 2019.
Okay. Great.
7 days before Clat.
Okay.
So if you do it consistently, then those words, when they come to you again and again and again when you see them in lists, then that helps a lot. For grammar, I did the material that was provided here, and also this book English is Easy
Okay.
by Chetan Anand Singh.
Chetan Anand Singh.
So one advice that I'd like to give for grammar is that use those rules in your real life. Like for example, if you are having a conversation in English, then you should try to apply them, because if you wrote them, you'll forget.
Okay.
If you try to use them, somehow you'll remember
Right.
and do them again and again.
Right.
Then for RC, reading comprehension and all, English is Easy was good. There is a book for Cat by Arun Sharma. If somebody has it's a weakness, then you can try it. So that was, I think, all for English. For other things, I looked up resources on the internet. If there was some miscellaneous topic that I had to look at, then I did it.
Okay, and for GK, because GK is very vast, very endless use. So how did you prepare general
So
knowledge?
basically in current GK, I refer to 5 sources, and this is another piece of advice from me today. Just if somebody is in 11th and 12th, that does not mean that you can just like do 2 sources and think that it's enough.
Okay.
Because GK has no limit.
Oh yes.
So if you do 3 to 4 sources, then that really helps enlarge your horizons. And after that, if there is a question that you don't know, then it's better to leave it. I have seen people do 10 sources also, and then fail at memorizing even a single one of them.
Right.
So don't try to cover everything.
Right.
Cover 4 to 5 major sources and leave it at that. So I did the Hindu newspaper regularly,
Okay.
and any Clat aspirant must do it regularly. It's not an option,
Okay.
because it helps in every subject except maths.
Okay. So it improves your reading speed, your
Reading
English,
speed,
your vocabulary.
just like I said, you have to do vocabulary and grammar regularly, so you keep in touch when you read the editorials there.
Right.
Like I read almost every editorial every day.
Okay.
That takes a lot of time, but then that improved my speed, my grammar, my vocab. You develop when you read those editorials and the news items, you improve your analytical skills also somehow, so that helps in CR and legal reasoning.
Right.
And GK though, obviously.
Right.
There are questions like almost every year there are some questions which can be found only in the newspaper.
Very true.
So that helps
And
a lot.
those questions make difference.
Those make a difference. Like in AILET also this year there were some questions that I knew from the newspaper, not from any other source. So
Right.
those made the difference.
Right. Right.
Helped make it.
Okay, what do you suggest to the aspirants? Like I had talked to so many toppers, and all of them advised to stay away from social media platforms. So what
Basically, I personally had WhatsApp
Okay.
because I believe that even if you don't like delete all the apps, it's not a problem as long as you know your limits and you can stick by it.
Right.
Like I said, I never got distracted because of WhatsApp or any other social media platform.
Right.
I used it only for example, talking to some other aspirants for related stuff, Clat related stuff, or
Right.
but I never spent too much time on it. And if you can set that limit for yourself, then it's okay. You don't need to delete it altogether. But then you have to be very, very cautious.
very cautious.
Very cautious.
Right. Okay. What would you like to advise to the aspirants? Which sources, like as you mentioned, Hindu newspaper for GK, which website and all?
So I refer to GK, the Hindu newspaper, GK Today. There's a magazine, Competition in Focus, that I refer to. Then Clat Express,
Okay.
the notes provided here. So, and Study IQ is also a good source. So I saw it sometimes.
So GK Today and Study IQ, two websites you referred, videos you saw on the internet. Okay.
So these
that
were
helped
5-6 sources. Basically, I believe that it seems like a lot, that 6 sources, but then as you move on, like many of the news items are common. So it's not too bad.
And this, this is in this huge success. Who you would like to give credit to? What was your role of your parents, your mentors, every?
So basically, I believe that in whatever I have achieved, my role is very less compared to those around me.
Okay.
Because they supported me a lot. My parents supported me a lot when I was preparing for the exam. When I used to get stressed, they used to talk to me, and you have to have someone to talk to. Then I thank you also. Then the teachers here who helped me, guided me whenever I wanted to score more. They helped me. They gave me tips. Then the people at my school, because they cooperated a lot when I was preparing. So there are a lot of people, and I thank them all.
Okay. now in the era of commercialization, what happens whenever some toppers, whenever a student, intelligent student like you tops the exam, so there's so many others who claim that he took a test from us, a test series. So did you take any, or do you advise students to take any other test series or any other resource from any other coaching? Is it advisable, or what do you suggest?
So basically, I feel that I didn't find it necessary. Basically, I didn't have any other test series.
Right.
I took the test from Law Prep, and basically the material was also this one. And you can find some material online if you feel that something is lacking. But I don't see the point basically.
Right. Too many things, you confuse.
If you take too many sources, like for example, we have things like legal reasoning and critical reasoning, where teachers, even teachers sometimes have different concepts. So if you take material from too many sources, you might end up getting confused. So I didn't find the need, and I don't think there is any.
Very true. Okay, finally, what is the role of law prep tutorial in your success?
So basically, law prep has a huge role. From my first day, because of this place, I had an idea as to who I was competing against.
Right.
The people here, the students here were there was a very good competitive environment.
Very true.
And my mentors also supported me a lot throughout this journey, because in Clat, because there is no fixed syllabus, sometimes you can find yourself confused as to what to refer to. You need somebody to talk to if, for example, there's a problem like you're not getting marks, if at all it happens. So I got that kind of guidance, I got the resources that I needed, I got the right guidance, and it helped a lot.
Right. And last piece of advice to the aspirants who are dropping a year, or who are in 11th class or in 12th class, because you did your you cleared your exam with your 12th. So what would you like to finally advise?
So for droppers, my advice would be that for everyone, my advice would be that be consistent. But sometimes it can feel like you won't get through, but don't let these phases get to you. It's very much achievable. I believe that it is achievable. An All India rank, getting into NLS Bangalore or NLU Delhi, you have to believe in yourself. You have to stay consistent. You have to stay positive, no matter what happens. It's like you haven't lost till you don't make it. So keep that in mind.
Thank you so much, Saumya. Wish you all the very best for your future, and you have done tremendously well. All the very best. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.